Combining some of the top professionals in the sport with the best amateurs, they come together in the moving surf along the Pacific Northwest for the Grayland Open. Yes, today we come to you from Grayland, Washington for the Grayland Open, featuring jet ski, freeride, and surf competition. To win, you have to go big and do it with style, difficulty, and creativity. But also, you need to bring it into the surf, displaying your true surf riding skills on an ever-changing platform. But there's more about this sport than competition. It's a true lifestyle. Athletes from all over the world have come together for an unforgettable weekend. What's accomplished on the water will be talked about for years to come. It's one of the fastest growing action sports on the planet, mixing Mother Nature, some serious machines, and great athletes, and it all starts right now. No matter where you come from around the world, the journey to Grayland, Washington is memorable. We chose to land in Portland, Oregon. From there, the suburban drive and surroundings would quickly change to tall grass fields, beautiful roads, and numerous bridges, taking you into Twin Harbors and then the home of the Grayland Open. The Grayland Open offers up a variety of categories for all riders. From the rookies to the AMs to the pros to the masters, the Grayland Open is open to anyone at any level. This sport is growing rapidly, and the progression of tricks and the high level of riding is literally taking it to new heights. So what is it all about? How do you judge freeride in the water? As straightforward as it may be, it is still difficult. Judges take into account two main elements, and that is big air jumps and all that comes with it. The bigger, the better. The other half of judging is the roots of jet skiing, and that is wave riding. To earn a good score, you have to put both aspects together, big air jumps and downright good surfing. The weather in the Pacific Northwest constantly changes, and when it does, it can be drastic. Upon our arrival, it was warm and sunny, but the following day, it turned a 180 on us. Mark Twain once said the coldest winter he ever spent was the summer in San Francisco. Well, he didn't go far enough up the Pacific. It gets cold in Washington, but that's part of its charm. Rain or shine, the riders still competed. With the wind blowing and the swell under heavy chop, each and every rider eagerly attacked the surf. The conditions by no means were ideal, and fortunately the following day the weather would turn a 180 again. But for this day, the riders on all levels endured their two-person heats in 6-minute intervals. It wasn't pretty, but for qualifying and positioning of brackets, it was necessary. We'll shake out the brackets as we go deeper into competition, but for now, how about a little history and the origin of the Grayland Open by its founder, Dan Lindgren. Man behind the Grayland Open is none other than Dan Lindgren. While at the event, Dan wears many hats and seems to be doing it all, even turning the tables and interviewing me. So how did an event like this get started and grow so fast? Dan explains the origins of how it all came to be.
So when I first started this event, it was actually just a thought I had in my head. How much fun would it be to grab all your buddies, get together, and do a competition? Because we ride together all the time, but we never gathered in the same spot all at the same time. And I thought it would be awesome if we actually had like a special day that we would all get together and ride together at the same time and compete against each other. So we did that in 2009. It went really well, and it's progressively grown. I've kind of added some promotion in there with the magazines and on social media, all that stuff to kind of grow the event, and it's actually turned into a much bigger event than I had originally anticipated. But it's awesome. That's so much fun.
Everywhere you look, you see displays of camaraderie in this sport, and that is one reason why it's growing so fast.
That's why I think the sport's progressing, because we all, we're family. We're like a tight-knit little family. Like, you got new guys that are here this year that will kind of be knit in with our group. They're, they're gonna see how, welcoming our group is. And the fact that we are that way is why the sport's growing, is because everybody has that same mindset. We have a good time together. We welcome in the new guys. We try to build the new guys up. We want them to be better. It's not like, we're not sitting off to the side of going, oh, what's he got? We're sharing ideas, like whatever you got on your ski, hey, try this, try my ski out, see what you think. It's all about trying to bring everybody up to the next level, and that's what this event is. The main reason for this event is for the weekend warriors, the guys that ride every weekend and they want to be in the spotlight for a minute, and they should be, because they work hard, they play hard. They're not at the pro level quite yet, but maybe they could be if they were given that opportunity. And that's what this event's about. The rookies, the amateurs. Top prizes don't go to the pros at this event. Top prizes go to the amateurs and the rookies. Like, this event is for the young guys, the guys that want a minute in the spotlight, and they should have it, and that's what this event's about.
Also in the spotlight is the machines these athletes ride. They are high-end performance skis with plenty of power and state-of-the-art equipment. Current points leader on the tour is Mark Gomez. He takes us under the hood.
Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Mark Gomez. I want to take you guys under the hood. So this is my 2015 Richter Edge built by TC Freeride. I want to show you what's under the hood. We got what's based off of a Yamaha Superjet, which is a 701 engine and running gear. We pumped into this thing a 1000cc Dazzler Racing 10 mil stroke 1000cc engine. This thing's a beast. We get power 48 millimeter carburetors, factory B pipe, stock charging and electrics, 2 gas tanks for a lot of weight and a lot of run time, because this thing sucks a lot of gas, a lot of power. So I get a lot of ride time, I get a ton of power, powered by pumped by a 155 millimeter Scat Track Thrust Innovations pump. This thing's a beast. I mean, more than enough for out there in the surf. I can go out here to a lake, do a flat water backflip. So I've got the best of both worlds, and it's a handful to hang on to. So thanks for coming under the hood with me. My name is Mark Gomez. Thanks for coming on this tour, Under the Hood.
Hey Mark, thank you for taking us under the hood. We're just getting started at the Grayland Open. When we return, the sunshine is back and the competition is on. We'll have that, plus a special look at a future star of the sport. She's 17-year-old Demian Morgan.
The adrenaline starts kicking up. I mean, it makes me want to get out and just rip around and start getting more tricks off and get myself dialed in for the weekend and start pushing my limits a little bit.
Helping Demian push the limits is none other than her father, Marco Morgan. He's by her side with one eye always on her up-and-coming career.
To have a daughter like Demian and a friendship and what we have between us, it has probably brought us a lot closer also. And then being a dad, seeing her out there, not necessarily scared at all, but the sense of accomplishment and being proud and almost living through your daughter, seeing what your daughter that you've raised since she was a baby has come to now, and it's just the most amazing feeling in the world.
That is one proud dad. When we come back, we'll meet Demian and check in on some high-flying action. You're watching the Grayland Open.
Thinking of that special getaway? Look no further than unforgettable Grays Harbor County. Whether it's outdoor adventure, relaxing at a luxurious beachfront resort, or enjoying our exquisite coastal cuisine, Grays Harbor is the perfect destination, no matter what the season. Visit our website for your next getaway.
The Grayland Open from Grayland, Washington is being brought to you by the unforgettable Grays Harbor. Visit graysharbor.com. By our friends at Bogwater Brewing Company. By Crash Industries, the leading manufacturer of innovative and personal freestyle watercraft. And by Morgan Industries, paving, excavating, landscaping, and concrete. Home to the Grayland Open, Grays Harbor is located on the southwest corner of the Olympia Peninsula along the Pacific Ocean. Grays Harbor is home to 7 bodies of water, and on this day, we visited the harbor itself, the gateway to incredible fishing, boating, and more. As they say often from this part of the world, the unforgettable Grays Harbor is waiting to welcome you. And we welcome you back to the Grayland Open and to the Masters Final, the veterans of the sport. In the final, Chris Batten in yellow faced Rick Pierce in red. Both riders got at it pretty quickly with some good surfing in the 1 to 2 foot waves with an occasional 3-footer. Chris got in some good airs, working in 50% of his score. Rick Pierce in red racking up some points of his own, surfing the waves, and then he unleashes a backflip. At 53 years old, that is pretty cool. For Chris, though, he seemed to put it all together with some good inside airs that included a lofty 360, and then he finished it up with some strong and stylish surfing of his own. The two would meet at the shoreline.
fun. Yeah, it was actually, the waves were set up, they were just fun to play on.
Certainly was. Chris would take the top podium spot with Rick Pierce in second, followed by Jerry Cox in third. When it comes to backing an event like the Grayland Open, support not only comes from within the community of riders and industry leaders, it also comes from people like Chris Tiffany, who just loves the sport. Owner of Bogwater Brewing Company, Chris and his wife opened up their doors to the riders and community at the Grayland Open.
It's a fun event. You know, it's great. I grew up in California around the motocross industry, you know, participating in events, going down to Glamis, you know, enjoying the riding down there, watching everybody have fun. But this group reminds me a lot of that group, just actually a step up from it. It's like a family coming out and playing every weekend. It's a lot of fun. Dan got me hooked on it ever since he invited me out. Got a chance to check out what everybody's doing. I really feel the event's on a ground level, and it has nowhere to go but up, and it's a lot of fun. It's a great group to be around.
As mentioned, Chris's establishment was the hub for activity during the 4-day Grayland Open. Chris and his friends constructed an incredible tent that housed the music entertainment for the weekend blowout party. Great times were had by all, and when it came time to eat, their oven-baked pizza still has me craving for more. It's that good.
Well, with our establishment, ever since we opened, my wife and I have always been about family. You know, even with us being a winery and brewery, we're family-oriented. We're all about the kids because I have young kids myself. It's just the nice thing about this group is it really feels like a family, and we want to be a part of that. That's why we invite them to basically to our home. Let them come in. We just host them. We want to make sure that these guys who travel a really long distance to get here have a comfortable, relaxing place to spend the evening. And you know, it's just a big family.
Yes, that is definitely the case, but there's more. The athletes in this sport are not in it for themselves, but more for each other.
One of the things that impressed me the most is you get two of the pro riders competing. One of them ski will break. He'll come in, the next guy will just hand him off his ski. It's not about, okay, I won because your ski broke. It's everybody wants to see everybody succeed, and everybody wants to see everybody do well. Doesn't matter if you're competing against each other or not. Everybody just wants to see the next guy do the double backflip or the next, you know, huge barrel roll. It's just a lot of fun.
No doubt the fun factor is there, and that's what it's all about. Case in point, 17-year-old Demian Morgan.
Hi, I'm Demian Morgan, Freeride jet skier, force to be reckoned with. What attracted me to jet skiing was definitely going up the river in my hometown, up the Snake River, called Hell's Canyon, and watching all my mom's and dad's friends riding the stand-ups. I was 6 years old, was like, wow, that looks like a ton of fun. I would say 7 years old, I was like, I'm going on that jet ski. And my mom's friend hopped on, put me in his tray. We went out, and actually the funny thing is he fell off, and I had to continue with the jet ski riding it, and I just fell in love instantly. I would definitely say the difficulty and challenges of this sport would be the fact that, one, not only are you hitting a moving target, like you don't know whether that wave is going to be a powerful force or whether you're going to have to pull with all your might on whatever trick you're doing, because the wave is different each time. My favorite food is definitely chicken breasts. Get that protein in your diet and gives you some energy. My goals in this sport would definitely be to excel myself to a pro level. I'm aiming for within the next year to 2 years. Also, what I would like to do is excel this sport to a point where, like with wakeboarding, like X Games is involved. There's many different aspects of the sport. There's people making the sport evolve that you can make a career almost out of it. I want jet skiing in order to create a lifestyle that you could make a career. It's really my aim. Is there an advantage to being a female in a male-dominated sport? I would definitely say for my size and both being female, yes, because people look at me and they're like, oh no, she won't be able to keep up with guys. It definitely is an advantage in my aspect that I'm short, I'm a girl, people look at me, guys look at me, oh yeah, she won't be able to go out there and withstand her own and stand up to the waves and the power of the motor. So definitely being a girl in the sport, I would say advantages you to a point that you can excel almost a little faster because they underestimate you. Mentally, the sport of jet skiing definitely is a challenge because when you're out there in the water, you have both factor of whether your ski is going to run good with the spark or whether your bottom end is going to be out a little bit, and then you have to hit the wave at the right time. You got the wave curling. So you're kind of in a little mindset where you have to think quickly. You have to be on your toes at all times, and definitely that is a big challenge in the sport. My favorite TV show as of now would definitely be, shoot, actually I don't watch TV very much, so okay, I'll answer with that. My favorite rider definitely is Mark Gomez to watch out there on the water. He races around as if he's racing, but at the same time he's just out there having a good time surfing the waves. His aerials right now are top notch compared to a lot of the other surf riders. He's pushing himself completely to the limit, far more than what a lot of people have been doing this year. It's just very inspirational. My thoughts on my new ski are it is amazing. Like Blosian totally outdid themselves with this. I just cannot believe with every little detail of this sticker, there's not even one other one like it. It's perfectly made. It's just, the setup of it is amazing. It's powered with a 1000cc DASA motor, got a trim system set with a 148 Solus pump. It's got the Blosian handle pull, all the bells and whistles you could even ask for. It's going to be the ultimate surf weapon. I can't thank Blosian enough.
Remember the name Demian Morgan. She's a force to be reckoned with. Up next, we take a look at the amateur final and the runabout final. You're watching the Grayland Open.
Thinking of that special getaway? Look no further than unforgettable Grays Harbor County. Whether it's outdoor adventure, relaxing at a luxurious beachfront resort, or enjoying our exquisite coastal cuisine, Grays Harbor is the perfect destination, no matter what the season. Visit our website for your next getaway.
Welcome back to the Grayland Open. One of the featured events is the runabout class. Not your traditional stand-up jet ski, as finalist Zach Bright explains as he went into and won the final.
I'm finding it's easier to pull tricks on this thing. You don't have the variation of the handle pull moving, and you got the hole's 2 inches wider than the stand-up, so it's getting a lot of pop. So I've been finding this thing's actually kind of easier to throw around, so I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's definitely a trip riding one and then jumping on the other. I think this thing's easier to ride. Since you have the fixed steer and you have a motocross style seat, you got a YZ250 seat on there, it really handles, it's straight. This one's a dirt bike and the other one's a surfboard. It's basically as simple as that. So I think it's really good. Like you could get a lot of guys coming from a motocross background who might struggle on a stand-up because of the handle pull movement. You know, you can put them on something like this and just watch them tear it up. So I think it's going to be really good for the sport having boats like this. So pretty stoked.
No doubt they look like a lot of fun. As mentioned, Zach did win the runabout final. He took first with Zach Ertl placing second, and in third, Bailey Jones. And with that, we move into the rookie final as Anthony Anderson in red faced Brooke Gronemeyer in yellow. This class is open to a skill level that is indicative to a beginner. That is what the Grayland Open is all about, as Anthony and Brooke took to the surf. They both performed well and experienced the pressure of putting a run together that combines surfing and jumps. The final results, Anthony Anderson gets the top spot on the podium, Brooke in second, and Sean Starr in third. A few steps above is the amateur final, as Chris Grace in red went up against James Juvet in yellow. Both riders stepped up their game. Chris Grace got the most out of the small swell. He also combined surfing in the glassy conditions. Although the surf was not substantial, the riders treated the conditions like they were pros. It certainly was a great amateur final at the Grayland Open. The final results, well, it was Chris Grace who placed first, James Juvet in second, and on the podium in third, Brian Barassa. Stepping up to the pros, we move into the consolation final for third place. Abraham Hochstrasser took on the up-and-coming Christian Young in a high-flying heat. We were literally blown away with both of these athletes as they put on quite a show at the Grayland Open. Out of Cancun, Mexico, you always know when Abraham is in the air. He is so stylish. How about this big, fat one-footer? Christian Young also delivered a huge air here, the one-footer, and then a little bit later on in the heat, he delivers yet again. This one a no-hander.
Dude, it was rough. It was hard to find anything out there. I mean, the conditions are a little hard, but me and this guy tried to pull it off for you.
Well, they put on quite a show. The results of the consolation final still to come. When we come back, it's the pro final, an epic showdown between two heavy hitters, Mark Gomez versus Zach Bright, right here next at the Grayland Open.
That's fun. Exactly.
Thinking of that special getaway? Look no further than unforgettable Grays Harbor County. Whether it's outdoor adventure, relaxing at a luxurious beachfront resort, or enjoying our exquisite coastal cuisine, Grays Harbor is the perfect destination, no matter what the season. Visit our website for your next getaway.
The Grayland Open from Grayland, Washington is being brought to you by the unforgettable Grays Harbor. Visit graysharbor.com. By our friends at Liquid Militia, and by Crash Industries, the leading manufacturer of innovative and personal freestyle watercraft. And by the City of Westport, Washington. Fishing, surfing, and fun at the beach is what this coastal community is all about. Two heavy hitters are side by side for the pro final at the Grayland Open. Mark Gomez in red and Zach Bright in yellow. They know each other well and without a doubt respect each other like they're brothers. At the judges' tower, red went to green and we were underway in decent conditions for this 8-minute final. Mark got off to a great start with some excellent surfing, and remember that surfing is 50% of the score, and how you lay it down is viewed heavily in the judges' eyes. Well, Zach does what Zach does best, and that is go big with two back-to-back big air tricks. He tucked away these two tricks early in the heat. And then Gomez adds some flair to his surfing and then attacks the small surf with style, aggression, and confidence. And talking about that style, Mark Gomez makes it look so easy. He's 1-1 with this ski. How about Zach Bright? He has a surfing background, surfing the small swell, racking up the points with the judges, slashing at the wave there. He then throws down a huge one-footer on the flip. Matching Zach Bright is Mark Gomez as he goes big. A little bit later on, it would be Mark as he shoots down the barrel. And then check it out. As Zach Bright flies through, Mark takes notice and he goes big. These two know each other so well, surfing and skiing in the Southern California area. Here, a huge big air by Gomez. As he rolls out of that one, Zach takes notice, throws down a backflip one-footer, and then takes it low in the surf. Judges like to see that. Zach will come away with yet another big air, throwing that foot off way out there so the judges can see. And there, another big one-footer. Zach Bright, one-hander, racking up the points. Another one-hander, throwing down all kinds of huge tricks. Did you notice both hands were off there? Mark Gomez comes in, Zach Bright's awaits, and they know they had it good.
That was fun. Yeah, man.
It was good.
Oh, that was crazy.
Dude, I did a no-handed flip, and my throttle got stuck inside my glove wide open. Gnarly.
Oh, dude.
The crowd on hand were pretty stoked as well.
That was tough, dude. That was awesome.
And these two athletes, friends forever, riders at heart. It was a fantastic final as both Mark Gomez and Zach Bright left it all on the line.
That was a lot of fun. That was a super tough final between Zach and I. Oh, waves just still aren't really there. They come in and you think 8 minutes is enough, but before you know it, you're fighting over waves and it doesn't quite pan out the way you really hope, but you do the best you can and you had a lot of fun. That's just it. This whole event, everybody here, I mean, getting to ride with this guy, we've been growing up and traveling a lot together, and it's really cool to meet up here in the final at Grayland before we get to Surf Slam.
After the judges tabulated their scores, Mark Gomez took the top spot on the podium, with Zach taking second and Christian Young in third. It was a fantastic Grayland Open, one to remember, and we're already looking forward to next year. Congratulations to all the riders on all levels. You're part of a very special sport with an unbelievable community of people. I'm Paul Higgins, saying so long for now, and thanks for watching.